Crowder been beefing with the Daily Wire. We're about to check out the quartering speaker and all that, man. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle when it comes to this. Let's check this out, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop some comments.
Candace, I'm talking to you. The thing you should be most mad about is that Daily Wire lowballed you and you didn't even know. You probably thought you played it real big with your attorney. Oh yeah, we negotiated.
What is this? The quartering always doing some shit. Damn, man, I like the quartering too, but why you going at Candace so hard, brother?
Negotiated out those bad terms. We did this, we did that, and you're realizing in real time right now that you got played by Daily Wire. You got played, and you didn't know it because
damn, people. I understand free speech. You want independence. But people are taking like their love for Crowder a little too crazy now, the way it has to be a beef. And now anyone who's on Daily Wire, we gotta go at them hard, bro. And it's like, damn, for what? For what? But whatever. Let's hear it out.
the next words out of your mouth were they discovered me when I was a young talent on YouTube. Crowder was advocating for your failure. He was trying to protect the next Candace Owens, and you're too dumb to realize it.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering.
Wow.
Lots to break down.
That was a lot. And that sure was a lot. Why are your cameras so bright? Damn, man. Damn. Out the gate before anything even gets said, the shots at Candace was so crazy.
Last night, things turned a lot more personal, a lot more explosive in terms of the relationship, or now clearly lack thereof, between Steven Crowder and many of the individuals at the Daily Wire. I
didn't see a lot of it. I've seen Candace going in. I know she went on Tim Pool's show. I'm hearing that Ben went in, and I heard Matt Walsh said something. I don't know. Hopefully we can get an unbiased. I don't think we're going to get an unbiased. I like the quartering, but I'm pretty sure he seems to be Team Crowder, right? Like heavy. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know if they're friends and stuff like that. But I don't think it's going to be biased. Oh, unbiased. I don't think it's going to be unbiased. It's going to be pretty biased.
understand the Daily Wire staff's inclination to lash out and defend themselves, and I 110% respect that. I understand Steven Crowder's position. I have some things to say about leaking that phone call.
That was crazy.
I have mixed feelings about it. I got to be honest with you.
Ain't no mixed feelings about that from me. That was dirty, especially if that's your friend. That's your friend, bro, right? At least that's what they're saying. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. I've been accused of leaking a phone call. It was by a lunatic, right? I asked to interview them. And when I released the interview, it was, but you did. I'm like, what are you in the 50s? Well, I just take notes. And then, no, I'm asking to interview. But okay. Anyway, so yeah, when that gets thrown out a lot, right? A lot of people would say something was recorded and all this other stuff. I know that, if I'm not mistaken, one of them are in a one-party consent state, so you can record legally all you want. It's more of a moral thing. And I'm not going to go too crazy about it, but I do think it was a crappy move. I think it was a crappy move from Crowder. 100%, but I'm not gonna say, he's the devil because of that. Nah, it was crappy because that's your friend.
Dude, as a guy who's had a lot of phone calls with Steven, now I'm like, so it's
exact. See, look, and even though he seems to be Team Crowder, which is fine, that's okay. Even he's like, damn, I've had a lot of phone calls. I mean, maybe all my phone calls were recorded. Yes. 100%. The moment you become a creator, guys, I say this all the time. I say it on Twitter, live streams. Everything you say can and will be used against you, bro. Like, I don't care if you in private DMs. I don't care who you said it to. That jank a leak. So you better just keep it real. Like, if any of my DMs leak, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I said that. And I say it again to your face. After this whole YouTube stuff, I say it to your face. But a lot of people ain't built like that. So, like, there's a warning. I wouldn't be talking behind the scenes how you wouldn't talk in public. All right, just a heads up.
Certainly the nuclear option, I think.
But also the easy way to get around that is to just be honest and real at all times. And it is what it is.
That's probably the best way I could put it.
Hit
You
the
know, we all kind of like it when
button.
like PV has hidden camera stuff revealed and things of that nature. But things definitely got personal. And I have a second video later today where Candace Owens like directly attacks Steven Crowder's fans. I think was a terrible look.
The fans?
For Daily Wire. Also Google Candace Owens and Social Autopsy if you want to know why I don't trust her at all.
Yo, that's crazy. How many years ago was that? I spoke on that. I did a video speaking on that. That was a mistake that Candace made. And I think she spoke out about that, saying that she was in the wrong for that. And yeah, she was up and coming and wanted to do good, but just went the horrible wrong way with it. It was bad. It was bad. But damn, son. So now Candace won't be allowed to say anything about anyone because you're just going to be like, Google social autopsy. That's crazy. That's wow, bro. That's wow. She's done for the rest of life. She can't have an opinion at all because people are just going to bring that up. That's all right. If that's how you see it, I believe people can do better and change, but it is what it is, right? You made a mistake. People are going to try to bring that up every time. I just feel like that's not much different from what the left does to some degree. I'm not saying the quarterings on the left at all. I'm just saying that, like, damn, every time someone has something to say about Candace Owens, that's the first thing. Like, yikes. How about we talk about what she said? How about the, like, I don't know, we give opinions on what's going on currently.
But let's talk about what was,
unless you're doing a deep dive or something,
released in a short, because everybody else has already covered it. Everyone's, everybody in the conservative space it's a feeding frenzy. And it should be. I mean, this is big news. Steven Crowder obviously fired the first salvo a couple days ago, Tuesday, I believe, right? And did not name the Daily Wire. I think that there was plenty of reasonable doubt for the Daily Wire to jump.
Man, I'm tired of seeing people say that. Everyone knew it was the Daily Wire, bro. When you went to the Daily Wire's comment sections for anything related to Daily Wire, it was filled with that. If you looked at Candace Owens' comment sections the day of the crowd, it was filled that. Come on, bro. Like let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it. He sent the shot. This was like a YouTube chess move. This gets done all the time from people. Like they'll troll someone that's bigger, and the person will respond. It like brings a bunch of attention to them. It happens all the time. It happens in rap battles too. I think that's where it first happened, was in rap, right? You would take shots and then the bigger rapper would come at you and you like, got him. He's not as good as me at this. And then you go in and now like, oh snap. Now people are paying attention to you. A lot of people fell at that though. Like look at Candace. He failed. He failed at that one. But there's other people that do it well. Drake is pretty good at it. So we got Upchurch, pretty decent at it. Tom McDonald killed this guy. What's his name? Mac Lethal, I think. Destroyed him with that. Like, hey, I know. I got the finishing joint. And if you even up, he dropped something. Drop the nuclear. Drop the nuclear on him. I told him. I warned him. That happens all the time. I think that's what Crowder was doing. And once again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But like, let's just call it what it is though. Like, let's go. He definitely was taking shots at Daily Wire. They was receiving backlash for it before they even responded. And then they responded.
Just stay silent. Now, do I think I could? No. So I'm giving advice that I probably wouldn't be able to take myself. But I'm just trying to be honest with you guys, I'm petulant, maybe not petulant, but impetuous, certainly. I'm trying to be better about that, be more professional. But, I feel like if I felt like I was personally attacked, my credibility was personally attacked, I'd want to clap back. A cool-headed, like if they...
To be honest, not everything's worth a response. I've learned that. But you know what it is? It's like, sometimes people will like bait you or goad you into it to where it attacks your ego or pride. Or you think like, I'm not scared. I'll respond. I'm not afraid of nothing. Right. And then like your fans, they'll see it and then they'll send it to you. Like, yo, so-and-so talked about you. What you gonna do? And it's like, all right, you're instigating. I know that you're gonna get some entertainment from me frying them, but you do know that I don't benefit in any way, shape, or form. The fans might from seeing someone get ripped to shreds, but I don't benefit from just punching down. I do not in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, they do though. Win, lose, or draw. You get some kind of notoriety. You debate me. A bunch of people that don't like me are going to go check you out, which is why you're not going to get the chance to debate me. Make a name for yourself. Make a name for yourself. Let it be mutually valuable. I'm telling you some real. I'm telling you a bunch of stuff that YouTubers are not going to tell you, fam. Like, no, I ain't just debating any Joe Schmo or battling any Joe Schmo or even doing clapbacks. Like, nah. It got to be mutually beneficial. And a lot of bigger YouTubers, they struggle with that because of pride, ego, things like that.
Had come to me and ask, what should we do? I would say just leave it be.
You call me soft all day. I don't care. I'm not punching down. Yeah, nah. I'm only punching up.
Right? And the reason I say that is because when they clap back hard. Not just the Jeremy Boring video, which I think was in general fine. I thought it was very calculated, but they went hard. I mean, Ben Shapiro was streaming about it today. Candace Owens went off on her show. Then she was on.
Candace went in. I ain't see Ben yet. I didn't see Matt yet. Hopefully he showed some clips, but Candace went crazy.
Timcast blasting Crowder, Matt Walsh, Jeremy Boring, Brett Cooper, all these people firing salvos.
Brett got in it? Oh, I gotta check some of this. I only seen Candace. I gotta check. Brett got in on this? I know Brett would have to, because majority of the focus of Crowder's, I'm trying to defend the up and coming, is more focused towards her. So she would be able to detail whether she was in a happy or good situation or not.
It's back.
It's just messy. We gotta admit, this is messy. This is extremely messy.
When you do that, you are now inviting a counterpunch, right? And that's exactly what happened. Late last night, Steven Crowder released some audio of a phone call that he had recorded with Matt Walsh. And I want to talk about the phone call thing. And just, I'm interested,
You released wait, how many phone calls this guy? No. Wait. Was that with Matt Walsh? Is he, or am I bugging? I thought he spoke to the owner of the Daily Wire and he leaked that. He had a conversation with Matt Walsh and leaked that as well? Or am I just confusing what was leaked? Whoa.
What you all think in the comment section down below. I think it's fair to say that I'm always going to, in general, back Steven Crowder because he's an individual up against.
Okay, he might have got it wrong. Because I think the clip he plays isn't Matt Walsh. If he leaked a clip of Matt Walsh as well, Crowder's a menace.
It's the corporation.
He's a menace.
That doesn't mean I agree with everything he says, certainly, and everything he does. I don't feel great about leaking the phone call. I have less of a problem recording it. So when you record a phone call, if the implication is that it's a business phone call, right, and you're going to discuss contractual.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Releasing the phone call to kind of make the person look bad is just crazy, bro. Especially if they're your friend. If they're your friend, there's no, oh man, business never personal. Listen, I'm BXBeastBoy, bro. You do something that's personal, like crappy to me, business BXBeastBoy is still not with it.
Reasons, contractual things.
It's just what it is.
There are a lot of reasons why you might want to record that. I mean, quite frankly, for your own, kind of sanity, maybe just to go back and, listen, take notes and listen to kind of where things are. There's that reason why you might want to do it. And then there's kind of the nuclear option where hypothetically, let's say you had to go to court for something and, there's an issue of kind of the legal.
Yes, it can't be to protect yourself 100%. But fam, this ain't that though. I don't think so.
What was said, what was offered, this kind of thing. That'd be another reason to record a call. So I don't think that there's no reason whatsoever to record a phone call, especially when you're talking about contracts. I've never done it in my life. I don't have these kind of conversations. I'm just a dude in my room with a webcam and a microphone. I'm not signing big contracts. I don't do any of that stuff. If I believe that somebody might like go back on something they offered me, let's say I was working, back in the private sector, I think there's anything morally wrong.
Nothing wrong with recording a business call. There's nothing wrong. Or just a call that you don't trust the other person, but like if it's a friend and things of that nature, that's where it starts to get iffy.
Wrong with recording that phone call. And the emotional response to it from Daily Wire, I don't love it either. But I'm conflicted. I think, again, if you had that phone call, recorded and you had to go to court, cool. You'd probably be glad you had it. So, I'm not going to like clutch my pearls over that.
Over the recording? No. Over leaking the recording of your friend? Yes. I think that's crazy. It's a crappy move. You got to call a spade a spade.
Releasing it.
Yeah. Releasing it was fine.
I guess here's what I'll say. Okay. Some people who are, really one thing that, if you made it this far in the video, by the way, please leave a like on it. And if you haven't yet, hopefully I'll earn your subscription. Because, I am going to try, yes, I lean towards Steven, but like, I'm going to try to be fair here and say that like, I'm not sure it had to be leaked. I'm not sure, but I
didn't have to be leaked, bro. Like this joint seemed planned, bro. The whole website being started up like a month ago and all this other stuff. It seemed really calculated, bro. All right. So we just got to call a spade a spade. It seemed like he set them up and that this might have been like a launching pad to what he got going on in his network. Maybe. But my thing is like, if I was Daily Wire, anybody from over there, I wouldn't have reacted the way that they reacted. But at the same time, it would have been done with credit in my books. I'm not mentioning his name. We don't got to be cool. We not friends. We definitely ain't friends, bro. Use me for marketing. I don't care. Like that. I don't care. Oh, well, it was just for marketing. It's nothing personal. It was just been. No, F that, bro, because my personal life can be affected by you ruining my business. So no, you're not going to build your joint off of my back. Think we going to squash it and shake hands. You know what I mean? Content creators and try that. Like, yes, I made a bunch of videos lying on you, build up a subscriber base and fans, all of that. But I removed the video. Why can't we just move on? Kiss my black ass. That's why you built something off my back and I had to pay for it. You realize that's not how it works. You didn't come out the thin air. You literally took it out my pocket and put it in yours and said, let's squash it. No, I don't get down like that. Like, so I'm not going to react and go all crazy and all that. But it's just when it comes to you, I'm good. I wouldn't want nothing to do with you in any way, shape, or form. Congratulations on the swindle. It's all good. Just stay away from me, bro. There's no squashing or nothing. That's how I would see it, right?
I think that Steven clearly felt that way. Like to me, leaking a phone call is like the nuclear option. Once you do that, I mean, there are implications of that for like even future.
I see business. People in my chat asking, yes, the laws vary from state to state. I found that out. I told you when I interviewed someone and they tried to say, oh, you recorded me illegally. And I'm like, wait, what? You agreed to the interview. You shared the interview. You commented on the interview. You was in the live chat for the interview. How did I record you illegally? But I had to do research and then I found out, yes, in certain states, it's a one-party consent state, meaning that one person recording can say, I'm recording this, and it's perfectly legal. Perfectly legal.
People that want to do business with Steven Crowder in the future are going to make, is he recording every phone call I make? Is whatever. So, even as somebody who's obviously thinking about, possibly working together on something, I was like, normally I don't say anything on the phone that I would worry about getting out there anyway, but I can't remember every little thing I've said. And, I think him releasing this video, here's like just a little bit of the audio. Let me turn this audio on.
It's messed up because Crowder knew he was being recorded, so he could be 100% A on his game. The other person didn't know. I think that's foul, bro. It's foul. Let the other person know.
I'm sorry. Good thing I noticed that while I'm recording.
It's concerning position. No miscommunication. What I'm talking about is you're describing a model for everyone, not just let's get rid of me here.
Cut in.
Everyone, if there's a penalty for being demonetized on YouTube, because your business model requires that be a huge component of it, you need to change your business model or this movement cannot work, Jeremy. I can't imagine I
already told you how I feel about this. Telling someone that they need to do something and they need to run their business how you run yours is crazy to me. I'm never going to agree with that. Run your business how you see fit. You know what I mean?
Trying to come up and be beholden to YouTube advertiser guidelines, let alone, I mean, honestly, being beholden from a conservative entity with hard strikes, right, being removed, but let alone being advertiser friendly. We know how broad those guidelines are. They might as well just read, don't say anything offensive, and they change them at the drop of a hat.
I'm not suggesting that the guidelines aren't terrible. I'm suggesting that if you're making money off of those platforms, it's part of how you're justifying the salary you're paying someone. Then when, or the fee I keep saying salary, the fee you're paying someone, then when those go away, everybody loses money. You can't pay. That
makes sense. I don't see anything wrong. The type of agreement that crowd is asking for, I'm gonna let it keep playing, but I don't know if people would notice this. Like a lot of people on the right are not paying attention. The type of deal that crowd is asking for is a communist type of deal. I don't think you guys know. Y'all might not want to hear that. You get paid regardless salary without showing up to work. That's crazy for real. People on the right, y'all hear that and y'all not thinking, whoa, that sounds like some communist type of no one. Okay, all right. The worker gets paid no matter what, even when they don't work, they get paid for nothing. Gotcha. That sounds crazy. You take a day off, you don't get paid for that day. It makes sense, especially when in the well, this one's pertaining to suspensions, but he mentioned in the first video, if you took a sick day, you could bulk record, right? But as far as suspension, you should try your best to not get suspended and stay within the guidelines, right? Especially when, think about this, the contract that he was offered was a production contract as well, which meant that the production was on Crowder. Now, if the production was on Daily Wire, they'll edit the hell out of that. They'll never break guidelines. But because he's producing it, which probably means he gets more money, it definitely means he gets more money. You're in charge of staying in guidelines. If you can't stay in guidelines, why should these people continue to pay you? They're not earning the income that they're supposed to. But you're supposed to get paid no matter what. That's a beautiful contract. Some people can negotiate and get that. It's not going to be easy in business. I would never agree to something like that, fam. Nah, I'm not doing that. The most I've done, I've paid creators that I've worked with under the Fan Game banner when I took a hit, when I was suspended, but that was just out of love. It's probably never going to happen again. It's not. Yo, I was wilding, but that's for the love. You only get one of those. It doesn't make sense to continue to pay for a service that's not being provided, right? You just got to take a hit. Bro. That's realistic, right? And me on a smaller scale, right? Like, you're not going to be compensated for something that you don't do. You know what I mean? For something that you couldn't do or that you wouldn't do.
Pay the same amount with less revenue.
How about you create a different business model?
No, I'm not rocking with the salary stuff. I'm not rocking with it. I've seen it, and I want to keep pausing it. I've seen it work in the worst ways. I remember when I did security for a restaurant, and they had the managers on salary, and the managers was working crazy hours, bro. Crazy hours, and was not making nowhere near the amount that they should have made. Bro.
Jeremy Boring is not wrong here. He's right. If I agree to pay you $100,000 a year based on you earning $130,000 a year potentially or something like that, and you don't earn that, I lose money. There's nothing wrong with what Jeremy Boring said there. But again, it ignores the subscription revenue that you can generate. That, for example, that Steven is bringing with him. 200,000, 100,000 people already, signing up to Daily Wire Plus. That money stays, whether or not he has a strike or whether or not he's advertiser friendly. And by the way, the same thing goes for Breck.
But is that the only form of income that they would earn from Crowder's deal? Or would they get a portion of the YouTube revenue and things of that nature? Because if that's the case, then he would have to take a cut. If you get suspended.
Cooper or anyone else. By the way, Breck Cooper's name's getting thrown around a lot. She's just like a cog in the machine, she signs people up for Daily Wire Plus because she has paywall content. So if she were to take a strike or get demonetized, again, the money that she generates to Daily Wire Plus does not change. And this is... But
you're only saying one way that Daily Wire earns money from the creator. Are there other ways? That's the real key. Is YouTube a part of how Daily Wire makes their income off of creators? If that's the case, then yeah, Daily Wire has a point, bro. Daily Wire has a huge point. Why would you pay for for like half of the services, right? Or if you're going to pay for half of the services, pay half the price.
A fundamental thing that Daily Wire continues to ignore.
Daily Wire. There can be no next me if the people at the top with the financial resources are doing the big. That's being the arm of big tech. What you just said is, well, we have to play ball with big tech if we want to make money. Well, I don't. Why don't you guys follow a model like I have and scale it? That's what I've been doing since 2014. You know that. I've been trying to make sure, which I thought we were all doing, that we can all flip the bird to Silicon Valley. This is saying we need him and you need to play ball.
I think, again, this call.
This Crowder. That sounds crazy, and it sounds like he's acting. I like Crowder, right? So people might unsubscribe me when I say this, but it sounds like he's like beefing it up and acting because he's on YouTube. You don't want to play ball? Delete your YouTube account. Do strictly Rumble and subscriptions. Oh, YouTube is a huge chunk of the income and promotion and marketing that you would receive. So you have to play ball. Just, it is what it is. Mind you, he's big enough the way he probably doesn't have to play ball, but he would still take a huge hit. He would make only a portion of the money and revenue he makes with YouTube. So yeah, that's bullcrap. So many people say that. Hey, you think if Alex Jones had a choice to be able to be on YouTube and all these other platforms, you think he would choose not to? You think he would choose not to? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, realistically, I would love to not have to depend on YouTube or something of that nature. But realistically, if I was to stream exclusively to, I don't know, some other site, just like, for example, Twitch or something like that, my amount of people that come and check me out would be cut in like thirds. It's what it is. Maybe tenths if I go to Rumble, right? It just gotta call a spade, bro. When it comes to media and all this other stuff, there are certain people that are in control of certain things and we just can't get our way. I would love to be able to say whatever I want on YouTube. I cannot. Sign up for Patreon. But that's just the way it works. It's a harsh reality and it sucks and it's foul. It's foul and I'm against it, but we have to deal with it. It's just the way it is. And Crowder knows that. So to be saying that to Daily Wire as if you're not playing ball as well right now in this very moment on your YouTube channel, then that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I know people are going to not like me because I said that.
I think that it's important that, look, it's out there. I'm going to discuss it.
What it is.
But I don't think anything Jeremy Boring really says here is that, it confirms what Crowder's kind of been saying, including him using language like the slave contract, but he also could have been saying that like tongue in cheek,
Young talent, they don't get deals like
You're right. Benched talent, young talent. These are people like Brett Cooper. They don't get deals like this, he says.
So they don't get deals that
they can be wage slaves for a little bit, come over and make a salary and grow their brand.
that you then
Wage slave. He literally says wage slaves, but like, I'm sure they're paid well,
Damn, what he's saying is you got to earn your way in, right? It's the same thing with record labels, right? And mind you, I don't mess with the music industry as an artist. I'm out here producing. Songwriting, no. Let's best believe that, right? Is because I know how to move my way around. And when you're up and coming and you don't have enough name, right, or recognition and notoriety or whatever, you're not going to make Steven Crowder money. You're going to get the basic stuff, build your name. Maybe once you build a name, you can negotiate later on. And then if you decide to part ways, then you part ways. But when you are nobody, you think you're going to get a Steven Crowder contract? You're not being realistic. You think everyone should get paid the same, Crowder? One more time, let's say, I said in the beginning, that don't sound real communist. That don't sound like that. Come on, bro. We should all be paid the same. The worker. It's a lot of communist points right there, bro. And I'm not saying he is one, but it's kind of contradicting, maybe even hypocritical, and is like unrealistic. Let's be in reality, bro. Know your worth. If you're a bum off the couch and you somehow get recruited to be in the NBA, you think you're gonna get paid the same amount that LeBron James get paid? You gonna complain about it? How come I don't make LeBron money? You ain't doing LeBron numbers. This is what it is. So, like, I don't know what point Crowder is trying to. You think that you should be paid the same amount as people coming in. What if the Daily Wire was like, you know what, you right, Crowder, let's take that 50 million off the table. We're gonna give you 1 million, and then we're gonna give a bunch of other up and coming people 1 million. That way it splits. We're gonna sign 50 people with the amount that we could have signed for just you. You should be okay with that, right, Crowder? It's not about the money. Why'd you send a counter offer? Come on, bro. Like, why y'all making me do this to Crowder? I like Crowder. I think he's hilarious, but this is just, I don't know. I can't rock with this. I can't agree with this. I think it's messy and it's petty on both sides, man. It's dumb. It's a dumbass beef that a bunch of people on the left are laughing at the right about.
I'm sure they're paid well.
No.
Oh, I own parts of it. I don't own it. They can, when their contract's up, they can still go out and they'll still be famous. They can keep doing their shows. They'll go do a show somewhere else. They'll be in a far better place. You know what I mean?
They actually can't keep doing their show. That's the thing. Because, for example, the comment section with Brett Cooper, that's owned by Daily Wire. She can't just go do the comment. No, she can.
She can do a show with the same format, different name. And wouldn't she still own her YouTube channel as well? These niggas built up your whole platform. Do they own the YouTube channel? Or from what I understand, once your contract's up, your YouTube channel that the Daily Wire helped you build to a bunch of followers is yours. Nigga, if you can't do nothing with that, that's on you. What's wrong, people? Maybe I got a hustler mentality. I see things so differently, fam, the way like I'm super independent. And if I had any kind of help that any of these bigger people have, nigga, there would be no complaints from me. Ever. I'm grinding and there's no complaints right now. So when I hear these bigger YouTubers saying this, it sounds wild to me. But yo, fam, it's beneficial. That would be mutually beneficial either way. Okay, they own the comments with Brett. Cool. She can make a whole nother show doing the same thing. You could make a whole nother show reading comments. What the hell? It's your YouTube channel. And you're Brett Cooper. And you're going to have the fan base. You. Right? And I hate the fact that she's the example that people can use him, but it is what it is.
Go make YouTube videos and she could do a new show. And she will still retain the followers that she got from Daily Wire.
No, this contract. This contract owns it.
She would still retain the follower. Like, and you can keep on going with that.
Perpetuity, even after the contract. You're paying a lease, but getting ownership. That's what this contract is.
On the content that we paid to produce, yes.
That is pretty standard in big tech, which again, I think that's what, Stephen probably set out to expose. The pushback has been massive. What's her name? Candace Owens, I guess, was already scheduled to be on Timcast, but she had some very fiery things to say last night. I don't think, Tim is in a difficult position here. I mean, he didn't ask her about social autopsy, which would have been interesting, but I think
niggas will bring that up on her deathbed. Like, she's going to have gray hair and they're going to be like, what about social autopsy? They're going to bring that up forever, bro. And mind you, I'm someone who made a video calling out a bunch of content creators for talking about the same thing over and over again involving the quartering. I'm that guy, right? So yeah, it's the same thing for me. Like, why you keep bringing up quartering, using the bathroom, wherever? I don't care. I don't give a damn. And of course, I'm not saying that's on the same level of the social autopsy thing. It's just like, damn, bro. It's like, I'm starting to feel like people just bring it up just to discredit her so no one can listen to what she has to say. That's what I feel.
Stephen did not name names. Daily Wire did not need to out themselves. And now you have this huge mess. You have Ben Shapiro. Stephen Carter's latest video tragically proves that he knows nothing about business, contract negotiation, friendship, and decency. Some people do feel that way. Some people.
I do think that crowd is not moving well business-wise, right? Of course, I'm small time, but from what I've seen and learned in business, and I'm in business for myself, that was the worst way that you can handle something.
Some people feel that way. Lauren Chen previously turned out.
Unless a chess move. Hold on, what'd she say? What Lauren Chen said?
Some people do feel that way. Some people feel that way. Lauren Chen. I previously turned down an offer from Crowder. That is true. I previously turned down an offer from Daily Wire. I don't know. I didn't know about that. But she also works for The Blaze. Lauren Chen has been basically.
Let me see. Let me make this quality a little bit. Previously turned down an offer from Crowder. Previously turned down offer. Crowder offered? The hell? Did he have his network already? I mean, previously. No problems with the way both do business. Oh, snap. And why I predicted they could never work together. I might have to actually watch her video on this. Damn, she wouldn't have both of them? And what kind of deal did he offer? Did he have a network already?
Yeah, somebody who's always worked for someone else. She did have her own YouTube channel, but not very long. Matt Walsh, again, lashing out. Here's what I can say. Jeremy Boring, I would play the part where we talked about our kids' Christmas and him buying baby formula for his brother's children, but I wouldn't even know how to secretly record phone calls with my friends. I mean, it's sus, but you're also talking business. I don't really have an issue with that.
Yeah, fan, that is crazy. If you're talking business, then you should let the person know that you're recording the conversation, just out of respect, especially if they're your friend, right? And I know it's different, but still, come on. There's no need to do that. And leaking it, I think even if you recorded it and didn't leak it, it wouldn't be a problem. But you leaked the damn audio, bro. So yes, Crowder deserves that criticism. You should not have leaked audio. My personal opinion.
There's also this thing. This was treated as like a huge big reveal that Steven Crowder had registered Stop Big Con back in December, and that this was all part of an evil plan for him. Maybe. I don't know. But what I can say is, he certainly had already been dealing with the Blaze, right? And he already, from what I understand, at one moment when they talk about this, Candace Owens says, see, he took that website before he ever was.
See, I see you guys in the chat saying, I hope he didn't blink himself in the foot. Yeah, business-wise, face orange, brighten nails. He might have, when you make the move, that kind of move, business-wise, other businesses pay attention, right? It's the same thing if you, I guess, leave a job, right? And you go to another job and you're trying to get interviewed. The worst thing you could possibly do is badmouth the previous job, right? Or badmouth the previous business, because now they know that if you leave their company, you're going to do the same thing. So it's kind of like a blackball without there being a blackball. So business-wise, I don't think Crowder is going to have such an easy time finding a replacement company to back him or anything. He has no other choice but to be independent and stay independent. It's kind of like the same thing with Joe Budden, right? When he did the thing with Spotify and he went out and talked about them and did all this other stuff, it kind of ruined a lot of the other opportunities for him. It's years later, he might have something, but back then I know he had to be 100% independent, right? Which probably caused a lot of beef between him and his castmates and yada, yada, yada. So yeah, I said Crowder helped Jeremy out. So he always more loyal to him because of that. Yeah, I believe that's the case. And mind you, I'm not even saying there's anything wrong with that. Have your loyalties.
Was even announcing he was leaving the Blaze. And then
I'm worried
Candace Owens also said, well, negotiations with the Daily Wire fell through back in October or November. So, I don't, I think that, of course, I'm going to default.
Yeah, that's in November. That's months later for you to be doing all that. Yeah, nah, this seemed planned. It seems planned.
Loyalty here to Steven, but I don't think anyone looks good anymore. I think Daily Wire may have been able to retain some level of the high ground before they completely went ballistic today. Here's Ben Shapiro going after him.
That's crazy. Fam, telling someone they can't reply back is wild, bro. Especially when they're receiving it from all angles. That's crazy.
Shapiro.
And who cares about the moral high ground when you're getting attacked from all angles, right? They share a fan base. Everyone knew what was about to happen. Even before he said the name Daily Wire, everyone knew it was Daily Wire. I have a video reacting to it where we keep saying Daily Wire within the damn reaction. So everyone knew, bro. They got the same fans or similar fans. Come on.
Our show this morning, by the way, got just destroyed. Just absolutely crushed. I actually want to pull it up quick. Because again, here you have, Ben Shapiro saying he betrayed his friends. He wasn't friends with these people. You know what I mean? They don't even live in the same state.
Wait. Was he not friends with the owner? Are you sure? Was he not friends with the owner? Are you friends with him, Gordon? Would you consider yourself friends with Crowder?
As far as I know, they weren't, they would do an occasional crossover.
They made it seem like the owner of Daily Wire had a personal relationship with Crowder.
But
personal.
It's interesting. I think the important takeaway is, if I can end this on a conciliatory note, because I do appreciate a lot of people's feedback. And a lot of people, if you made this far in the video, people think that I'm not going hard enough on Steven Crowder, and you might be right. I might just be too close to it. For me, my loyalties lie with kind of the guy going against the corporation. But
yeah, but not saying this about Crowder, not saying this, but I've seen people use that to manipulate, and it becomes dangerous sometimes, bro. And I'm gonna go against the corporation all day. But there's a reason why that's a plot line in wrestling and has been a plot in wrestling for years now. They're going to do it every 5 to 10 years, bro. Trust me. I just started watching wrestling again with my little brother. Fam. I'm like, this is the new Vince McMahon now? When did Triple H become the new Vince McMahon? Oh, they're using the same plot line. Corporation versus the everyday man.
Oh, I don't love releasing that phone call. I'm still going to help Steven Crowder, obviously, and I still ride with him. And I still don't have any issue with, anybody in particular at Daily Wire. My problems with Daily Wire have always been, the same, regardless of their interactions with Steven Crowder. I think what both sides underestimated is the number of people that love both shows, and they're really alienating people.
Yeah, I think that's the case. Like I said, they share common fans, bro. So a lot of people are going to be in the middle or torn and pick. It's like, it's messed up. Me personally, I'm not picking a side. I think there was wrongs done on both sides. I like Carter. I think he's hilarious. I like Candace Owens. I think she's amazing. Michael Knowles is decent. Michael Knowles is decent. Matt Walsh is decent. But yeah, man, that's just my opinion. I'm in the middle. I'm not choosing sides, man. To be honest, I'm not arguing over a bunch of millionaires and how they're gonna make millionaire deals and do millionaire stuff when I'm out here in these YouTube streets getting it out the mud. Like me personally, I'm not gonna give a damn. I am gonna report on it though, but I'm not picking no damn sides, man. Because from where I'm sitting, I don't care about what these millionaires do.
I'm sick of worrying about the government. I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
I love that clip. I love it. Especially because I'm sick of worrying about the government. That's me. I don't care about what these rich people argue about. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit the like button. Also subscribe. Sick of worrying about the government.